My dear viewer of Desert Channel Explorers, we are welcoming you again in our channel, and we thank you for joining us. Today, as you can see, we are in the bush of Africa. We are very excited to welcome you in our videos, and today we are visiting the first man in the wilderness, and he has some good news for us. He wants to show us how they make the traditional brew, the African traditional brew in the wilderness. We are in the wilderness, as you can see, and we want to go to him and see how they have been surviving in the wilderness. As you can see, we are in the desert village of Africa. They have nowhere to buy the beer. They are very deep in the forest. They are very deep in the wilderness. So we inquired from him how they make the beer, putting in aside the fact that shops are very far. And we are reminding you to remember to subscribe, like, and share our videos. Press that subscription button as a way of supporting us as we show you around the Africa desert villages. Our main aim as Desert Channel Explorers, we explore the desert, the village life, the social life, and the way the people live in Africa, in the bushes of Africa, where there is no trading center nearby, and where to get any essential, it takes a distance, takes time, miles away in the bush. So let's go to him and see how he makes the blue. These are the bush of Africa. These are acacia trees. The people live here, and the homes are very much apart. And as you can see for yourself, the types of acacia that exist around this part of Africa. These are the real stories of Africa desert villages. Welcome to Desert Channel. We have come again for you, so that you told us you have something to show us. And we are very happy that you are the first person to come in the wilderness. You never feared lions. You never feared budgets, and yet you settled here. So you are much welcome.
Thank you, Desert Channel, for coming again. Channel for coming to see me again in the wilderness. I've been staying here for quite a long time, and now I'm on the Aloe Vera. The Aloe Vera is one plant that is adored by so many people in Kenya. It is medicinal, and it has so many values. What the Aloe Vera do, it can actually reduce pimples. It can also reduce what we call malaria. It's also a cure. It is a cure in let's say it's a cure in many other things. When we talk of the aloe vera, we talk of it in a very broad spectrum. It is we mix up with it so that it can reduce pimples. We also wrinkles and whatever. It also makes your age not to grow very old, so that your skin it actually reduces aging. So when we talk of aloe vera, we talk it in a broad spectrum. Now we talk about, many people talk about the top of it, but today we are going to talk about the roots. About this one, we talk of reducing teeth wounds. Also, there's what we call the genital sores. So when we come to extract these water from the aloe vera, there's what we do to extract it. We just come and cut it. That's my panga. Just come and cut it.
And
so when we start extracting the aloe vera, we come and cut it with a panga. Then we put it somewhere so that it drops from morning to evening. That's in a container. After getting that container, we boil it in a pot. After boiling it in a pot, then we pour it on the floor so that it becomes something solid. When it is solid, that is when we start now we make soap with the aloe vera. It actually heals the genital sores, teeth decays, and whatever. So when we talk of the aloe vera, we also make soap with it. So the aloe vera have got a lot of, it's a medicinal value. So when we talk of the aloe vera, that's the upper part of the aloe vera. So now we are going to talk about the roots. These are the roots of the aloe vera. When we talk of the roots, they are the ones that makes our local brew. That is the Kikuyu local brew. That is the Muratina. So we have got two types of Muratina. The types of Muratina, that one is a tree.
Muratina is a brew or what?
Muratina is a brew that actually comes from the aloe vera, and also another tree that is brought by birds, and it grows only where God has planted it. That is the Muratina that we know. But once we came here in the wilderness, the shops, we had no shops, we had nothing like shops, so that we discovered that the aloe vera roots can make a very good Muratina. So it has got alcoholic value. So once you mix it with sugar and honey, I told you last week how we make sugar, how we make honey. Honey are from two sources. One from the ground, these are some different types of bees, and another one from the trees, the hives that we put on top of the trees. So even the Muratina is two types. There is this Muratina of the aloe vera and the Muratina that comes from the trees. So when we start making this aloe vera Muratina, all what we do, we take, after we cut it, we start beating it till it becomes sour. That's what we do. After doing all that, it becomes soft. There's the softness that you can see in it. When it is soft, we pluck all these kind of things out of it. Now you can see the Muratina where it is. Now this is the Muratina from the roots of the aloe vera. Now you can see how it looks like. It is this one. So after we have plucked all this, that's why we have been beating it. This is where we get the alcoholic content from. It doesn't matter how many years you keep it. Once you brew your Muratina, you put it to the sun, it dries. Then when you put it back to the water, it extracts the same alcoholic content that you found with it in the first time. So now, after you have done all this, now there's somebody who told me now to make some for him. This is now the second one. I had another one here, which I had also extracted. This is the Muratina of the aloe vera. Now, there are two things that it has got also a medicinal value. Thank you, excuse me for this finger, just because I was cut when I was finding some food for my cows, fetching some glasses for my cows, so I cut my finger. So I believe you excuse me for it, even though I'm still working with it. That's why I'm making the Muratina. This Muratina have got its medicinal value. This medicinal value has got alcoholic content, but it is also a medicine. When you have made this Muratina, it is made of sugar, honey, and sugarcane juice. We extract some sugarcane juice, we add some sugar, we put the Muratina inside the water after boiling a bit. So we keep it for about 5 days, then we get the brew itself. It is a good one. It is the one that we use we as Africans to drink, to give rituals, sacrifices. This is the Kikuyu local brew. It is the one that we use.
Kikuyu is a local tribe.
Kikuyu is a local tribe in Kenya. I believe it also treats measles, because once we came in the wilderness, we never discovered, we had no hospital. So we discovered that it has got its medicinal value of the roots of the aloe vera can cure measles. So once you make that brew, the content that we get from it, we take the waters, we take that brew and bath the child with it. After bathing the child with it, all the pimples and whatever had grown from the woods disappears. Then, from that, we take also some other parts of the aloe vera. We take the seeds of the aloe vera. These are the seeds. We plug them this way. Then we find some other trees. We add this for drinking purposes. The wilderness. And we had wives and children. They never knew the hospital. So once they got measles, just because it was a disease that could destruct life, they could have made a child die. These are the herbs that we use. In fact, I'm going to explain one by one. This is actually the fruits of the aloe vera, the seeds of the aloe vera. These are the seeds of the aloe vera. There's one part. There's another herb that we also use folate. We have got also another extra one that we use to cure measles. All in all, we add this other flour, then we boil. After boiling, we give a kid 2 or 3 glasses. Then after the kid have swallowed these 3 or 4 glasses daily for 5 days, then we bath the kid with the Muratina, with the aloe vera roots. Now there's washing each and everything. This one for the stomach, and this one for the upper part of the body. So that was the cure for measles. This is actually the work of the roots of the measles. Now, I want us to go one-on-one and see how we make the brew and what we use for making the brew. Just because I make it, I like it. I believe it's a glycer that does the mice by poisoning the brains. So now we are going one-on-one to where we make the brew. Now, I've brought the apparatus that we use to make the traditional Rika. When we start making the Muratina, this is what I use, because I told you it's a drug that does the mice by poisoning the brains. And once the brain is not poisoned, sometimes we don't feel good. So that's why we go fighting deer. So when I stayed here in the wilderness, without actually having this kind of a thing, I thought of a way of making it. So this is where I put sugar, I put water, and I dip my Muratina inside. After putting my Muratina inside, and my sugars, and my water, then I lock my tank for about 5 days. This is the locking system. I keep it there for about 5 days. On the 5th day, I come and unlock my can. After unlocking my can, my Muratina is ready. I feel joy, I feel happy, and that's how we can make rife in the wilderness. So I call my friends. In fact, it's a very, very, very respected Rika, just because once you have a friend and you tell him I'm going to make him Muratina, in fact, he always believes that you do respect him much, and much more. So, my Lucas, my viewers, I would request you to subscribe, keep watching us, and we are very, very, very much happy to see you watching our videos, encouraging us to be giving you the best knowledge of the wilderness and how we survive in the wilderness. Welcome.